At 1:30 in the morning, this morning, or last night, or very early this morning, once again, Donald Trump took not to Twitter, where he is now unbanned, but to his own platform, Truth Social.
Truth Social.
And once again, he started ranting and raving. The level of instability that these rants are projecting is really something else. And it seems that with every bad news cycle, the most recent one being this entire Kanye white nationalist Nick Fuentes dinner, Trump goes more and more bonkers on Truth Central. There's always a feeling of sort of like, what is he going to become obsessed with next? And at 1:30 in the morning, Trump started by retrothing his own earlier troth, saying, quote, Rhino Karl Rove is a Fox News loser, a pompous fool with bad political instincts. In other words, he loses a lot. Only good at taking people's money and wasting it. I was 12-0 against him in Senate endorsements. Not something I'm proud of, but something people, especially candidates, should know. Trump then continuing with another one of his fixations, his endorsement record. Also 12-0 in Senate endorsements against the broken old crow Mitch McConnell, who is, by the way, a 6% approval rating. Not exactly great news for the Republican Party. Now, I don't know exactly what he's talking about there. Mehmet Oz lost. It seems that's at least one in Trump's loss column. It's always very confusing, and he's sort of like the Trump will often limit his endorsement record to, for example, like endorsements made on even days of the month when it was sunny. Among that group, he's 4-0, for example. It's sort of like with baseball statistics. Trump continuing this morning, quote, the Manhattan DA's office has not tried a murder case since 2015, despite the fact that violent crime in New York City is at an all-time high. Remember, a violent crime is higher in Oklahoma City than it is in New York City. Trump continuing, that's 6 years ago, and yet after, by the way, it's not 6 years ago, it's almost 8, but okay, but maybe math not his strong suit. That's 6 years ago, and yet after years of investigation, millions of dollars spent, and the costly and laborious inspection of almost 10 million pages of documents, we are in the second week of a fringe benefits case over an executive's use of a company car, a company apartment, and his grandchildren's education. No such case has ever been tried before. Sad. This is Trump furious that his former CFO is in legal trouble because of things that he did, quite frankly. Trump then continuing on the crime spree, as we might call it, saying, quote, mothers and families of victims of violent crime. And by the way, mothers is with an apostrophe. It's just crazy. Mothers and families of victims of violent crime, which is breaking all capital R records in New York City, are furious that the criminals who killed their loved ones haven't been given a trial in many years, while millions of dollars and years of work has been spent on a ridiculous fringe benefits case, the likes of which has never been prosecuted before in our capital C county's history. I think he means country. It is a continuation of the greatest capital W witch hunt of all time. The DA's office should focus on capital M murders. That's not lowercase m murders. It's capital M. And violent crime, not BS. And then lastly, and as you might see, Trump's grammar and spelling degenerating the longer this rant continues, quote, despite producing tens of thousands of jobs in such important and lasting structures in New York City, it is said that I will never be able to get a fair trial there. Now, it's unclear whether Trump means it is sad or whether he is saying other people are saying. It's just all so unclear. Well, we will soon see, because this case against two companies is a disgrace that should never have been brought and has been totally disproven. Even prosecutors quit the DA's office because they thought it was unfair. Now, that's a lie. Prosecutors quit the DA's office because they realized we're doing all this work investigating Trump, and he's not going to be prosecuted. They're not going to indict him, and our work is for nothing. That's why they quit. One last line from Trump here. Such a case has never even been brought. Exclamation point before, period. I've never seen grammar like this before. Justice in America. This man is unhinged, ladies and gentlemen. I have not ever seen, we've never seen any president do the things Donald Trump has done. These types of randomly capitalized, misgrammared, stream of consciousness sentence fragments and run-on sentences. You see both sentence fragments and run-on sentences. We've never seen anything like this from any president. And the humiliation continues to grow. I think if we want to find a silver lining here, the silver lining is because Trump is posting this stuff to Truth Central rather than to Twitter. Fewer people are seeing it.